This game features some disturbing concepts and imagery. If this is a concern for your mental health, please tread carefully. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look around the room a little bit. So we got a plant, we got some books, we got a cow, giant cow. Some stitched clothing, got like a torn calendar with a bunch of stuff marked on it. Mysterious box on top of the like armoire over there. Hi, Twinge. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. Probably a box of spiders. That's right. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. There's like one thing on the floor, and this is not messy. This is just not messy. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it up for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Oh wait, how did you know about that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? The books aren't even aligned. Those are on her desk! Books that you're actively using on your desk don't need to be aligned. That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. Okay. I don't know if that makes me more or less scared. Equal. Let's go with equal. Equally scared. We didn't plan to beat up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yup. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiled, shaking her head. That's no good, Twinge. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? Look, the word is retribution. We've been over this. I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Yeah, just chuckle. It's Sayori. Grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Huh. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Twinge. Trap was not one of the words. Cage was, though. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Twinge? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having to spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Twinge. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you'd have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. But it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else, too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So, that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Twinge. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace.
Twinge.
Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Twinge.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Twinge.
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. But all I want is for her to know I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I mean, accurate. I don't understand any of my feelings, Twinge. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How do you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this had to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over, too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Back to happy music, everybody. Although, arguably, like, less bad than I was expecting. It's a music when you have, like, very vague but big expectations. Because then it, it, like, your expectations play with your expectations, right? Like, it makes things, interesting in a different way than, like, literally blind. But, I'm, as blind as one could reasonably be if they're, on the internet and watching streams and stuff. It's interesting, Taku, because, like, I know very little, right? Like, this is the first time playthrough. I've never played it, I've never seen a playthrough. But you just, like, hear those little tiny bits when people talk about the game. They, reference certain things, and of course I know it's at least somewhat of a meta-narrative game. So that sets certain expectations for me. And then, like, the text, since I have these expectations, everything is foreshadowing something terrible. That still may be accurate. We don't know yet. There's still plenty of time for all of the terrible things to happen. But, it's been kind of interesting, rolling with the expectation everything is terrible, always. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri?
My goodness.
You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time?
No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell.
You always could have texted me. If I'd known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home.
I suppose that's true. After all, we are on an occasional texting basis after this day and a half. I didn't think of that for some reason.
Should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you.
That's right. Did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well?
Yeah, pretty much. I guess that at least explains part of why we were busy Saturday. Still should have swung by Sayori's on Saturday, though. At least, I hope I got everything right.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
My room is no less messy than Sayori's. Like, we got books at angles all over the place, man. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious.
It's so clean.
I cleaned it before you came over, so...
That's very considerate of you to do.
No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean.
That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out.
It's fine. Yeah, they have, like, there's just this coat hanger hanging over here, too. Yeah, exactly. Like, look at all of these books. We had to be convinced to join the literature club. We don't really read, but, like, half of our room is devoted to books. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. Should we get started?
Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements.
Atmospheric enhancements?
You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far.
Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
That's great. It's easy to forget you're a pretty intense person.
Intense?
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. It's something I like about you, actually.
Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. That's true. I guess they're just a bunch of manga. I don't know, aren't manga sizes usually a little more standardized than like all of these all over the space book sizes? I mean, I don't really know. I just know the very limited manga I've seen in the US had a like very consistent size. You can relax a little.
Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Let's see.
Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object.
I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room.
Alright. So, since nothing terrible happened just now, I assume something terrible happens at the festival. And, like, setting this mood with, like, black paper covering the windows is helping lead me to that assumption. But I'm actually gonna be, like, the most impressed if nothing terrible ever happens. That would be the most amazing thing. It doesn't seem terribly possible, but, that would be the most amazing thing. Like, you just get like those little bit of Steam tags and a little bit of warnings, and then suddenly you assume everything's going to be terrible, and then nothing truly is, but there's a lot of foreshadowing implying that it will be, but it isn't. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. And she thinks it's amazing as well.
I think that would be amazing, don't you?
Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though?
Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy?
Not familiar at all.
Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic.
Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. Oh wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for?
This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body.
Like, that doesn't sound very ominous, but I'm still making this ominous in my head. Still making that ominous.
You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that'll be perfect for sharing our poems?
It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for?
Well, did you purchase the origami paper like I asked you to get?
Yeah, I have it over here.
We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them.
Oh yeah? What will those be used for?
Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper under the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside.
That's really creative. I had no idea that you'd be so good at this, Yuri.
Is that so? Well, suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it.
Yuri giggled with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys.
Here's a marker, Twinge. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons.
Alright. Do we pick words from a list again? Yeah, like vanilla and massacre. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then, she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. So she wrote a poem about knives and has a knife. Not like that threatening, but, you know, still something I'm going to note. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy.
Well...
Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it?
You're going to think it's weird.
Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know?
If you promise you won't be weirded out.
So she flex knives, sure. Yeah, I promise.
Alright. The thing is, I'm kinda into knives.
I couldn't tell from your poem that had such an emphasis on the knife.
They're just so pretty.
Not to say this isn't, like, scary and ominous, because it is scary and ominous. That's still very much the case, but...
I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's, well, an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you.
Suits me?
Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool-looking knife. I can't deny that.
It is, isn't it?
Yuri relaxes her expression once again.
Would you like to hold it?
No? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle fastened. Okay, she has basic knife safety. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow!
Twinge! Why did you do that?
I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I mean, it's a knife. It's supposed to be sharp. Knives work best when sharp. I barely touched it at all.
It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no.
A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Here takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're so squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Alright. Get a little weirder, Yuri. Get a little weirder now. Get a little bit weirder. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back.
Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking.
Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri...
That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Where we left off, where my internet died last time, kind of ominously. We are hanging out with Yuri, working on decorations, atmospheric decorations for our room of this in the school festival there, and things were just getting weird. Things were just getting weird where we left off here. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I'd do it anyway. I'm gonna stick my finger back in her mouth, is that... Oh, okay, that works too. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return.
Twinge? Did you really just do that?
Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now.
You're so weird, Twinge.
Huh? Yuri calling me weird. I have no response to that.
Where do you keep your bandages?
I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding.
I see. That's relieving.
The tension is quickly lifted. Sure. We resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri.
Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind?
I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets.
Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets.
We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us?
Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. You don't say both. Say back in a minute or I'll be right back. You don't say both. Unless you're nervous, which would be appropriate, I suppose.
Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted.
Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I mean, you could still use full-size glasses, just don't fill them entirely with water. Small bathroom cups are probably going to spill over the edges because they're too small. Put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips. Okay, well, fair. Then bring it back into my room. Yuri?
Yes?
I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. That doesn't have to be suspicious. But I'm just assuming everything is suspicious, especially this single clothes hanger in my room. I mean, maybe she just like had an itch or something, right? Like it doesn't have to be suspicious, but maybe she's stealing things. I don't know. Or I hope not. Yeah, that's the next place my mind's taking me, yeah. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything?
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint.
Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups.
So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom.
Neat. What are you gonna write?
Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you.
God, everything that is gonna surprise me, I'm terrified by. Everything. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
I'm sorry if this feels too childish.
No, I didn't mean it that way at all. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too.
Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself.
For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like it when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer.
Objection! You said you'd never read with other people next to you before, and it made you feel uncomfortable the first day we did that. Excuse me.
I think that's all it takes for me to be happy.
Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I told you! I've been saying this like the entire last stream of this, but this game is just a metaphor for me streaming. The entire game is just a metaphor for the stream. Like, we're sharing this experience together, you know? I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you'd understand.
That's sort of phrasing, Twinge will understand. Like that also unnerves me just a little bit. Yuri leans over to the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. But I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers, of course. Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me. That's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me.
It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck.
Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Is something wrong?
It's hot. I just didn't expect it.
Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Wait.
Huh?
Just for a little longer. It feels really nice.
Keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. He looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? That's just a fair general question with this game and life in general. Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers, wrapped around my wrist, send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away.
Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out.
It's fine. Jafar oils instead, huh, Billy Bits? The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking.
I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results.
Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now?
Not yet. It needs to dry first.
That's true, but won't that take a while?
Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
That's totally fine, sure.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here.
Phew. The character is also saying phew.
You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit?
No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done.
I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon.
Ah, so you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work.
Well, ellipses.
Yuri thinks to herself.
I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well.
It's probably my fault. And sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right?
Yeah.
So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything.
Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. Sure, let's go with that. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door.
Thank you very much for having me today.
No problem. I was glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow.
I will. Well, then.
Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Sure. Whenever you want. You can come over, we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so...
You're very thoughtful, Twinge.
Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. The music stopped, and she's right in my face.
I kind of like that about you.
Let's go do that. That'd be terrifying in real life too. I mean, it's fair. It's fair. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? What did she actually say? What did she like about me? Very thoughtful, sure. Just say thanks. But I didn't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back.
Sayori?
Huh?
Hi, Twinge.
Sayori. Just now, we weren't...
It's okay, Twinge. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right?
Of course. Sayori beams.
Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Twinge? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Twinge. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right.
What was Monica right about?
I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind you're making it out to be. Your mind is making it out to be, rather. It's something that makes me happy. It's something I wouldn't trade for anything else. So, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Twinge. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Twinge. Don't phrase it that way. Please don't phrase it that way. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And... That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you.